So the summer sales just dropped, and I have no intention to buy any of these packs, so I'm not going to be biased in any way. And I decided to show purchased on my account. Just I thought it'd be interesting so that you could see what I've already bought, and I would tell you if I didn't like it or if I did like it. I feel like I'm experienced enough and informed enough to be a reliable source of information for both aircraft and ground vehicles. But when it comes to helicopters, I'm maybe not as good, and same with boats. So let's start off the bat with the first thing that shows up, the BMD 4M. As far as I'm aware, this is like a 9.3 BMP2M, of a little bit worse, of course. It's because it's lower BR. But I actually haven't played anything that's similar to it. Although, from what I've been told, it's like a vehicle that's good if it's good for people who are good at the game. So, like, if you know how to play the BMD4, it's very good. But if you don't know how to play it and you're completely new, it's gonna be really hard to learn. So overall, I'd say that if you don't like MBTs, I guess you could buy it, but I think that you should hold off on this one specifically because the terms is better. We'll see if that even is on here. I didn't check the list to see if the terms is here, but if it is, buy that instead. Next up, T80UE1. That's actually maybe worth. It's top tier, so it's like 11.7. But it's a good tank. You can grind the Russian tree with it. Although I would recommend staying away from it because it is top tier. Unless you've already played a lot of the game and you don't want to bother with 10.3, then T80 one I guess wouldn't be the worst purchase of all time. Unlike the Leopard 2A4M, the Canadian version, it's from what I know pretty garbage. Worth wise, it's not a bad tank at all, but it's placed in a BR where it doesn't compete very well because it has to. It's a Leopard 2A4 at 11.7, and the other tanks of that BR are better. And when there's the Panzer Battalion, one BR below, and I think the same price, or maybe no, it's a little bit cheaper actually. A little bit cheaper, a BR below, and it grants you exactly the same in the tech tree, like rank 7 all the way to rank 8. So it's not worth getting the 2A4M, but it is worth to get the Panzer Battalion, in my opinion, if you want to grind Germany. Of course, there's also lower tier premiums, which we'll talk about in a second. Um, but yeah, just avoid the Canadian Leopard. Next up, the Mirage F1C. It's the first tier, if you're not looking ahead, that I've already acquired. I did buy this on the sale, and I would say it was worth it 100%. I love the Mirage. It can be a little bit annoying because it's not the best fighter, and if you try to bomb, it's not too good at bombing because of lack of acceleration. But your top speed is really good, so if it's a big map, then you will probably get to the bases first. Unfortunately, when they nerfed rockets, this also nerfed the Mirage a bit because it kind of relied on rockets for getting bases. But now you have to use bombs, and that's not the best because you don't have access to napalm at the same BR as the F4S, and they can just take 2 napalm and be faster than you, acceleration wise. But enough about bombing. It gets the Magic 2, fantastic missile, but you only get 2 of them. So once you get 2 kills, you have to rely on either your radar missiles that aren't that good, or your missile on your belly, which also isn't that good. So personally, I just take the 2 Magic 2s, get 2 free kills, and then I have some gun pods, which help me obliterate anything that I look at and shoot at. Anyway, RDFLT. I actually think I might buy this now that I actually consider it. But It's a good tank. It's a good light tank. On its own, I don't think that it'll be the best. So if you want to get the RDFLT, either get the clickbait first or both at the same time. If clickbait is on sale, we'll see in a second here. Um, but yeah, RDFLT is a strong tank. I think just worse HSTVL or slightly different HSTVL, or maybe it's the same. I don't know exactly. All I know is that its reload rate is 0.1 seconds faster than the HSTVL, which I guess is kind of the only thing that matters, even if it doesn't matter that much. And besides, you won't be seeing that many HSTVLs because they're both American. Mixed battles don't happen too often. Um, but for €35, I do think that it is worth it, and I might buy this myself. Next up, the J7D, already acquired, as you can see. Did that rhyme? Maybe. Um, Very good. Honestly, I recommend it over the A5C. It's really fun, especially now that it's at the BR that it is. Unless they changed it, but I don't think they did. 10.7. Same BR as the A5C, despite the J7D being better. Unless. Let me quickly check China. They're both the same BR. I'm not sure if you can still buy the A5C as a pack, but I got the J7D and it's really good. So at €35, definitely worth it. Um, I say if you want to grind China, I think it's worth it. China isn't the top nation, but it is very future proof. I can say that. Next up is Su-39. I know it says already acquired, and I bought it over a year ago, maybe close. No, it was just over a year ago, and I regret it. I mean, I don't regret much, but this thing I regret buying because it is truly just a work of art in a bad way. It is so unbelievably bad for RRB. It's good for ground RB. It's good for CAS. Very good for CAS. I remember one time my entire team got destroyed by Su-39, who never got shot down by anyone. So you can use it in ground RB, but is it really worth spending €35 to get that when you can instead get a MiG-23 or whichever future premium Russia will get for, okay, sure, it'll be more expensive. Besides the MiG-23, it's the same price. But you'll be able to grab the entire Russian air tree without having to use the Su-39 in ground. And then you get the other CAS planes in Russia that are about the same BR, if not a little bit higher, that are better than the Su-39. And you don't have to play the Su-39. I know it sounded a little bit complicated, but easily said, Su-39, good, but not worth buying because you can get it for free in the tech tree, basically. Not exactly the Su-39, but basically the same. Black Shark, it's good. A good helicopter. Although I haven't had a chance to play it because I don't have a BR in Russian ground yet, because grinding Russian ground is painful for me. So I haven't gotten to that BR yet, but when I did play it, it was pretty fun. Even in Heli PvE, which was basically the only times I played it, it was really fun, really enjoyable. Besides the people who called me racial slurs for being gay. Um, that's just a problem with the game mode, not the helicopter. But it is really good. You don't get that much premium account, but it is also a lower price, which I think if every vehicle in the game had a little bit less premium account and a little bit less Golden Eagle, and it costed maybe like €10 less, then that would be a nice change. Because we want the packs for the vehicles, not the GE and premium time. So Black Shark, if you really want helicopters, yes, but if not, then avoid it. I think that goes without saying. MiG-21 Bison, as you can see, I already bought it. It's good, much better than the F4J UK. A bit expensive, but as you can see, it's €37.5, so it's not that far away from the €35 packs. And it's still less than the €80 packs, like the Viggen and whatnot. And it is a really good plane, very good. MiG-21 is fantastic, and you get R-73s and R-27 once. Yeah, or you don't get the R27E, just the normal R27. So it's not the best version of the R27, but they're still very capable missiles. They both of them work really well within 10 kilometers, and the R73 is a demon at 2 kilometers or closer. I have been having some reliability issues with the R73, with the fact that the ICCM doesn't work sometimes. Although this doesn't happen too often. It doesn't happen too often because I don't play ARB anymore. But overall, if you want a Grand Britain, which you should want a Grand Britain, it's a good tech tree, then you could get this. Um, I think that there are better options if you want to get Britain because I do think that the jets, early jets, and like mid tier jets, like rank 5, 6, yeah, rank 5 and 6 are a little bit lackluster. So if you just want to get the props, then obviously you don't want to buy a home bison just for the props. But if you want to get to, rank 8, where the Eurofighter is, then you can't get a Wyvern, for example. So Mythic Bison is good if you want to grind to top tier Britain, or if you just want to grind much of Britain really fast. And it can bomb, but please don't. It's a good fighter. It's really fun. And even if you don't want to grind Britain, it's a fun experience. I do hope that they bring it down in BR a little bit, unless they completely change the BR system again. But good plane. Buy if you want. Next up, the Term 3. Again, kind of like the BMD 4M. I haven't played anything like it. Although from what I've seen and heard, it's pretty good. I would buy it myself. And I've heard that it pairs well with the Clovis, and it overall fits them very nicely in the 8.3 or 8.0 lineup in Germany, whichever it was. So it's also good for grinding Germany, I hear. So if you want to just grind low tier Germany, then this is good. Pretty. I think worth 25 euros for the Term 3. It has the if I can get a picture, this gun over here, very reliable, and this machine gun up here is really fun to use. Of course, I've only been using it in test drive, but it's good. If you want to grind Germany, if you want to play Germany, it's good. It's worth 25 euro. It's not too much compared to other vehicles. And one day I would probably buy this myself. Next up, Merkava, Ramsagul. I don't have much to say about this because, one, I don't see anybody who plays it, and two, I haven't bought it myself, and three, I don't play Israel that much. So I don't have any idea what this is like. All I know is that uh, it's you can get kills with it. It's useful, but any tanking you can get kills with. So I guess this is your best bet for grinding Israel, but I don't actually know how it performs at all. I just know that I've died to it a couple times, but I don't see it that often. So if I'm wrong, if it isn't good, then don't ask me. Okay, I don't know about the Ramsagul, which I guess is my bad. But something I do know is the Christian 2, or just the Leopard 2A4. It's for Sweden, so you're grinding one of the best nations in the game, and it's one of the best 10-7s in the game. It's the same as like the Panzer Battalion. I just think that it gets a slightly different camo. I think that's basically it. And of course, the round is called something else, I believe. Unless I'm wrong, could be wrong, but it's the same tank, but it's called Christian 2, and you can grind Sweden with it. I'd say 35 euros is a very good price for this tank. Obviously, almost every single vehicle on the sale is still overpriced. Up to 40 euros is a lot of money for a vehicle in a game. But that's just how War Thunder is. Next up, the A10A. Its glory days are long gone, long past, but it's still bullying flareless planes at its BR. Um, but I don't see a reason to get this plane anymore. At least, you should just get the late instead. Not worth 30 euros. Maybe if it was placed at like 20, 25 euros right now at the sale, then maybe could be fun to seal club a little bit. But overall, just not worth the price. Even if you want to grind America, just get something else. Next up, the Somois. I love this tank a lot. Rank 5 can grab the entirety of the French tech tree, but it is so extremely fun to play that it does not matter how far you can grind. Because the silly little gun that you have kills everything as long as you can, one shot them because it doesn't have any high explosive. Well, there's the HE shell, but the main shell doesn't have any explosive. It's just you penetrate everything, and when you hit the ammo, they go boom. The only thing is that the armor is very easily pennable, especially by something like the Tiger 2. So even in the full down tier to 6-7, the Tiger 2 will just go through your armor a lot of the time. And in up tiers, let's not talk about it. But it's still quite capable in up tiers and of course down tiers, because it has 4-second reload until your ready rack is empty. Then you have to sit there for like a minute and wait for it to reload per shell. By the way, it doesn't just take all of them at once. So after a 4-second reload is gone, you have to wait a long, long time. But before that, you just kill everyone. You don't have to worry about anything. It's very good. So for 22 euros, or 22 and a half, so 23, I guess, euros, it's pretty good. Next up is a boat. I don't know. Nobody cares. Next up is the Vivigan. Short answer, no. Don't get this. Don't buy it. Don't do it. It can grind Sweden, sure. It's not terrible, sure. But most vehicles at the BR that it is, at 13.0, outclasses it overall, and even in the specific things that the Vigan is good at. Because the Vigan, you get AIM-9Ls and AMRAMs, but you're a Vigan, which there's also Vigans at 10.3. Well, Vigan, not Vigans. And the last BR that the Vigan is at is 12.0, if we're excluding, the premium and the tech tree variant of the premium. So your airframe is very old in comparison. Like even with the MiG-21, that's usually a 10.7 airframe, and the Bison is 11.3 or 11.7. This is a 10.3 airframe at 13.0, and it's 13.0 because of the missiles, and it's 40 euros. And it says rank 8 here, so you can grind all the way up to rank 8. Isn't that just fantastic? So no, don't get this. Just avoid it. Don't get it. Next up, the F4S. Yeah, same with the A10. Its glory days are long past. It's no longer the 11.3 thing that would always face a MiG-23, or would always face MiG-23s and would quite often just destroy them or get destroyed by F-16s and MiG-29s. It was quite hectic back in the day, right? Like after Apex Predators. But now it's just not fun, not that fast, and it's BR. The only thing you can really do is bomb and then pray that someone is dumb enough to die to your missiles. And your gun you'll never use, but if you don't take it, then you will lose a lot of kills, because there's just sometimes when you can't shoot at someone with your missiles, so you have to use your gun. But those don't happen too often. but when they do happen, you have to kill them with your gun, or else they're gonna kill you. So it's a little bit frustrating, a little bit annoying, but if you want to grind America, it's not your worst option, but it's not the first option. That was kind of cool. That's anyway. Leopard pack. Again, I haven't played the Leopard or anything close to it, but 9.3 Leopard APFS DS, I think. I was planning on getting this eventually, just not now, because yesterday I bought some Hoi 4 DLCs, and I will be playing a lot of Hoi 4 instead of War Thunder. But Leopard, from what I've heard, from what I know, I've heard it's good. 30 euros for Leopard, a little bit much, a little bit much. You can just grab the texture variant. But if you want to, you could get it. Rank 6 in Germany is actually pretty good because then you can grab most of the texture as well. But enough about the Leopard. Let's talk about the Object 140. This is another Russian premium that is solid. It's good, but you can only grind to rank 7. Now, I know what I said earlier about Germany rank 7 is pretty good, but Russian rank 7 is not that special. The best vehicle you can get there for its BR is like the 2S6, the SPAA. And honestly, Russia's like high tier highlight is obviously rank 8, T90, T80, Panzer, and now some T72 that's modern. So you can grind to the best part of the Russian high tier tree. But if you want to, it's not a bad purchase. Gameplay wise, I think it's good. If I remember correctly, the Object 120 was bad and Object 140 is good. If I remember correctly. But yeah, if you want to get it, sure. Although I personally wouldn't. Same can be said with the Panzerhaubitze in Italy, not Germany, because the Italian one is premium, the German one is not. And it's really good, but it's not worth buying because, one, it's Italian, or technically Hungarian, but in Italy, Italian tech tree is not that good past rank 4, I've heard, or something like that, when it stops being unique and special. And you can get a free version of it, literally, in Germany, at the same rank. Next up, the Arkansas pack. I don't play boats. I don't know. And then the M1 KVT. I have very little experience with this tank, but it's enjoyable. Not the best. Not terrible. A little bit annoying to use, but you can have fun with it, and it's pretty good. I don't recommend this above like the Clickbait and RDFLT, but if you have a Wolf pack, then getting the KVT along with that could be pretty good for grinding the tech tree. But personally, I would rather have the Clickbait, the RDFLT, and then the Australian Squadron vehicle to grind America. Those three would be pretty good instead of KVT and Wolfpack. So if you want to get the KVT, sure, but personally, I wouldn't get it. Next up, Wyvern. Really annoying to fight against. Not because it's really good, but because it's British, and British stuff is just annoying to fight against. If you want to grind SL and grind up to rank 5 in Britain, sure, go for it. But you'll be pissing off so many players. Just know that if you want to play both air and ground, you just have to go for ground targets. Obviously in ground RB you go for ground tanks, but also in air RB, you can't, as far as I'm aware, it's not that good at dogfighting, which is everything in props is dogfighting. So you pretty much only go for ground targets, which is fine for some people, but for me, I wouldn't buy it because I'm a fighter person when I do play RB. Challenger DS. Now that the Challenger 2 OBS is gone, this is your only option for grinding high tier British ground. So if you want high tier British ground, this is your best option to. Well, this is now your best chance to get a premium to grind it. Personally, I got the OES when they were about to remove it, and I don't regret it because the OES is really fun. And if the Challenger DS is anything like the OES, then it'll be really fun as well. If it's not like the OES, then it's not fun. Just kidding. But 32 euros for high tier premium in Britain doesn't seem terrible. Although the 15 premium days is a little bit frustrating, I guess. But I think that maybe it's worth to get. I don't know exactly though. You have to consult more people on the internet. And then it's the Mustang pack. That's also on sale for whatever reason. I would say maybe. I mean, you could. I think you can get the exact same plane. Yeah, P51D. I mean, it says D20, but P51D that exists in the tech tree, so you don't really want to buy this because it already exists in the tech tree. But 15 euros for a Mustang is it's kind of like a starter pack. You know, it can start you on America on the American grind. Shut up, Snapchat. Um, so yeah, if you really want to grind America, or not grind America, play an American vehicle, uh, without having to, play American vehicles, then maybe. I wouldn't buy this. I mean, 15 euro for a Mustang. No, thank you. Then it's the Type 16. Then it's the Type 16 frames per second. Um, it's 30 euros and it's like a car, wheels and everything. My friend has it and he says that it's good. He just doesn't like playing 9.3 um because of all the like sweats, and because the up tiers to 10.3. He said those are too annoying, too bad. But I think that honestly, if you want to get it, then sure, no harm in doing that. Although I do think that the Type 90 would be better. It's not on sale this time, I don't think, unfortunately. No, it isn't. But if you want to grind Japan and you don't have patience, sure, get it. Anyway, next up, AVP Night Attack. Um, no, no, no. I just realized now that there's none of the good American premiums are on sale. So if you want to grind America, the American Tech Tree Air, it's either the AV8A, which is no longer on sale, I think, or you can get the F5C, which is not on sale. Um, what I meant by the AV8A is that you can buy it, not that it's not on sale, but you can buy it. F5C is not on sale, and the F18 is not on sale. Those are like the three best things. Obviously, the F5Z is the best out of those to grind American Air, but unfortunately not on sale. They just put the bad American premiums on sale. So don't get this. It's sure it's a good plane. Just don't bother. I mean, just get the F5C. Just get the F5C, or don't play America at all. Just don't play America at all. That's actually more fun. Um, 35 euros was also really high for just an AV8. So AMX, same price, same story. Um, I think this is the best grinder for Italy if you're talking like the Ariete premium, the AMX here premium, the TAF, or the MiG-29 sniper. I recommend avoiding the sniper, and honestly, I recommend avoiding the AMX as well. But the Ariete can't get you too far in Italy. Like it's rank 5, I think, and the TAF is no longer available for purchase. So you don't really have too many options for getting Italy. But if you really have to go in Italy, then the AMX isn't the worst. It's just a little bit too high for price for something of this. When you get this, it's not that good. Similar story with the AV8S. Overall, it's not a good plane. I believe it's just a copy paste of the AV8A in America that was a premium, but now it's in Japan. I could be wrong on that, and if I am, I'm sorry. And like I said in the video before, it's like it's bad, but for most people it will probably be less annoying to use than the F4EJ ADTW. And personally, I love the F4EJ in Japan, the premium. It's really fun for me, but if it's not fun for most, then I guess I should say that the AV8S is better and a more worth purchase. But to me, it won't be worth it. I think that the F4EJ is better. So that was every single pack, including the ones that I've purchased. Mm, Overall, this is not the best sale. Like they're lacking a couple vehicles, like the clickbait and the F5C. But you can get some niche vehicles here and there. But don't be unwise with your money.